Rich Rising. If you seen this video, that means you're alive. I mean, God gave you another chance. What Jay Prince said, every day you get a chance and a choice. I mean, if you wake up in the morning, I know I'm paraphrasing, but if you woke up in the morning, that means God gave you another chance. Now you have to make some choices. Choose how you want to exist in this world. Choose to express gratitude. Choose your mood for the day. Don't let life choose it for you. Life is a beautiful thing. It's all about how you choose to view it, all right? Everything is a choice. It's up to you. Once God give you that chance, by allowing you to awaken in the morning, make some great choices from there. Make sure it's aligned with where you desire to be in life. All right? Let's get to it.
But it's two things we get every day we wake up, right? A chance and a choice. The choices that he make after he get his chance, that's on him. He has to live with
that. All right, so in this video, I want to touch on how I view and deal with anxiety and depression. Now, I know there's so many levels to this, and of course, I can't tackle all levels because I haven't experienced all levels of anxiety and depression. So it's going to be different for everybody. So I'm going to just speak from my experience, right? So when you think about anxiety, I feel like whenever I was stepping into unfamiliar territories, or I felt like whatever I was about to experience was out of my control, I felt overwhelmed and anxiety started to take over. So it's always stem from a place of fear and also not being confident in my capabilities of handling those experiences, right? And me trying to have so much control of the outcome and being so attached to the outcome, I started to experience anxiety. So if you think about your spirit, right? Your spirit is here to experience itself and expand from those experiences. But a lot of us, we love to stay in our comfort zone. We love to stay in those spaces that we're familiar with and we already know what to expect, right? Because we don't like things that's unfamiliar. We don't like not knowing what's going to happen next. We don't like the fact that we can't control the outcome. But here's the beautiful part about letting go, right? Letting go of control, because you still have control even by letting go of control, because it's a choice, right? And you can also choose how you respond to those experiences. That is the beautiful choice. But you have to have these experiences in order to expand. So whenever your spirit try to make that exit out of your comfort zone, this is when you start to experience anxiety. You start to get overwhelmed because of your attachment to that particular space that you feel like you have control over. But you don't even realize, like, even staying there, you're out of your own control because you're allowing your fear of the unknown to control you staying in that space. It's choosing it for you. And a lot of us don't understand that, man. Like, your spirit has no limit. We get lost in the mind and the body, so we put limitations on ourselves, man. You have to step into these unknown territories. I wrote a chapter in my book called Happily Unhappy, just pretty much speaking on people who will stay in place, that will stay in their misery, would become content in their own unhappiness, if there's a word, all because of their fear of the unknown, all because of they already know how to maneuver those grounds. They're already familiar with those grounds. So they'll rather stay in place than to step into those unknown territories and actually grow, because that's the only way you could grow. You have to experience in order to expand. So even when you're scared, this is what I find myself doing now. Like, even when I'm scared, even if I don't know what's going to happen next, I know that I need those experiences to grow. I know it's going to build character. I know I'm going to learn something. I'm confident in that. I'm going to learn something from that experience. I'm going to continue to add on to my resilience from those experiences. So just looking at the positive and not being so attached to how I want things to go got me behind the wheel of anxiety. And I feel like when it comes to depression, right? This from my experience, I was suppressing essential parts of myself. I wasn't embracing myself at each level that I met myself. So I was always finding myself like moving the way I feel like other people would be okay with, other people would be uncomfortable with. I used to literally like shrink myself so people could feel bigger in my presence. You know what I mean? So I always tell people, I said this on Instagram, right? I was like, you're not depressed, you are experiencing depression. And I think that's an important way to view it, because we got to be mindful of what we're attaching to our I am. So my depression, again, came in some form of suppression when it came to, essential parts of myself that I was too afraid to live out because maybe I cared what other people thought, or I wasn't okay with it. So I didn't expect other people to be okay with it. But we got to start learning how to love ourselves at each level that we met ourselves. And also, like, even when it comes to anxiety and depression, man, we too attached to the outcome. We too attached to how we want things to go versus being okay with how things need to go. Because even if it's not your favorite part of the process, everything is working out of your favor. So I had this guy that Jimmy asked me, he said, what's going on? I was like, everything. He said, hopefully it's a good thing. I said, everything good. It just depends on how you look at it, right? So even if it feels off to you at the moment, even if it's not your favorite part of the process in the moment, everything works out in your favor. But you have to be open to that in order for it to do so. You cannot have a way that it looks, an idea of how things should look or play out. You cannot have that idea. You can know where you want to end up feeling wise, but if you have a look to it, if it look a certain way, or if the path look a certain way, you're going to miss your path, because you're going to get redirected, because it might be a scenery down this path that you need to see in order to get you to that level that you claim you want to get to. We always being tested. Always. And a lot of us, we be saying, this is what we want out of life and this is who we are. And then the universe be like, all right, we're going to see, we're going to test that. It's like class. All this is a game. Like you sitting in class, right? And you know that if you don't pass that class, you cannot get to the next grade. If you don't pass certain tests, you cannot get to the next grade. That's the same thing when it comes to life, period. That's the same thing when it comes to your experience. You can't say like, this is who I am, this is what I want, yet you're not willing to go through the fire to get there. Because that fire is what's going to build you. When you get tested in that, you fold. So that's my level, or my experiences with anxiety and depression. This is how I view it. You know what I mean? So anytime I'm feeling that now, like I just allow myself to feel my way through it. I get what I'm supposed to get from those spaces, and then I expand out of it from there. But I'm infatuated with growth, man. Life is beautiful, and I know it's all up to me and how I choose to look at it. No problem is really big unless I give it, if I make it big. I know that's up to me. I have way more control. We have way more control than we understand and we give ourselves credit for. Because again, the spirit isn't limited. We just lost in the mind and the body. And these are the two things that the spirit created to experience it. So, but you know what I'm saying? So it's like, man, that's all I got for y'all for this video. That don't mean we're not going to touch on it anymore. But let me tell y'all who I feel like is a good person to listen to when it comes to depression and anxiety. His name is Dolo the Pilot, man. I'll put the 2 videos, like I'll watch centered around it, because he's a part of my light tribe. So when I say light tribe, I mean like our spirit. You know what I mean? It's in the same space where I'm able to receive his information because it's a part of my inner form already. So I'll link them below. I'm not saying that you're going to gravitate toward him, because he might not be a part of your light tribe. Who knows? You know what I'm saying? But man, I'm going to say this, but I'm going to end this video like this. a lot of us, we want to stay in the light, right? We want to stay on one end of the spectrum, and we don't supposed to attach to neither ends. We're supposed to find ourselves balanced in the middle between the ups and the downs, and not attached to neither one, right? Because this is how life goes. It's a cycle. It goes up and then it dips. It goes up and then it dips. But if you're so attached to the highs, you're gonna get lost whenever you experience the dip, right? And a lot of us try to stay in the light, but that's not where God is at. That's not what God is. God is in the dark. The world started out in what? Total darkness, and then God said what? Let there be light. When you are conceived, your seed sits in the dark, forms, get all the information that it needs, it forms, and then you come out into the light once you're developed enough to come out and handle this side, this end of the spectrum. When you look at a tree, like the roots of the tree is what? It gets rooted where first? And then it comes out into the light. Like, that's what God at. That's where your information is at. That's where you find yourself at. It's not the light. That's what God at. All right? Y'all have a beautiful day. And don't forget to support my book, Ayena's Keys to Personal Freedom. I got other book recommendations I'll put below, but I'm going to say this. The greatest book you can ever read is your own story. Y'all have a good, beautiful day. I'm being lazy today. Let me tell y'all something. There's a certain level of love you gotta really have for yourself to take care of yourself in this way.
Yeah, so true, so true.
I'm gonna say that because every time I pull up to the gym and I'm sitting in my truck, I gotta mentally accept what's about to happen, wrap my brain around it, understand what I'm doing it for, fall in love with that process and the fact that this is a part of it. Now get in here and do what I gotta do.
Yep, I hear you.
Yeah, woo, it's worth every bit of it. Not my favorite part of the process, but it's working out in my favor. So today is Tupac's birthday, y'all. I'm in the gym sluggish. I had a hell of a night last night. Balcony vibes. It was me, Jack Daniels, chased with a little bubbler and some lemon lime juice. But I still made it to the gym. That's the thing. You still gotta hold yourself accountable. In order to do what you want to do, you must do what you have to do. Okay? You earn that. You gotta earn that. Some of us just do what we want to do, but not do what we have to do. Take care of your body, it's gonna take care of you. Take care of your mental, because your body, your physical follows the mental. All right? We gotta be mindful of what we're consuming all across the board, mentally and physically. So look, y'all, this is Crazy K.
Facts.
And she kicking off her YouTube channel, Crazy K TV. Y'all bear with her, all right, because it's new to her.
Yeah.
So. Let's see if I can get 6 out at this weight. Hold me to it, baby. Next time. Just try it. See how you feel about it.